Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big Shaw.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we've got another LEGO Harry Potter years 5 through 7 video for you, and it happens to be level 7, out of retirement free play. And this one actually requires a new type of character that we have not yet covered in our series, and that's the repair character. Now we've actually unlocked at least one along our journey. In fact, as it turns out, we have 3 of the same character available. But rather than hopping on this old magic carpet over here and choosing our level, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick detour into old Diagon Alley, and of course into Madame Malkin's robes. And I think that's what it is, robes, right? And we're going to go down here to the 3rd row from the bottom, and we're going to choose Arthur Weasley as he has the repair ability, and we actually need that in our next free play level. So we purchased him for a measly 20,000 studs, and we're going to go ahead and keep on keeping on. Now, you might have noticed there was a little notation there that kind of suggested to use the quick links down below, and we highly suggest you use those if you're here looking for just the collectibles. If you're here for the journey, you want to hear me sing and do some crazy stuff, then hey, welcome, you're in the right place. And we're going to go ahead and recommend that you actually choose Arthur Weasley, the character we just purchased. Now, I want to make note, too, that we have at least grabbed Arthur suit version in level 1 Dark Times. So if you've been following along and you have level 1 free play completed, you should have at least that character token. Now, I know we bought a different version of Arthur, but that's just really because of the way it came through. And anyhow, as soon as we start in the new area, though, we're going to want to take note of the fountain in the middle, and there was a gnome there. There's actually 5 gnomes scattered throughout. Here you can see number 2 right up next to the fence here, and we're going to go ahead and target all 5 and take them out in a nice little row right now. So we have to switch over to a character with Lumos to go ahead and remove the devil's snares or tentacly-like things, and that's actually going to reveal a couple of bricks that can be rebuilt into an apparition point. So we're going to go ahead and apparate right on over to the other side real quick. Here we go. Zoop. And once we pop up on the other side, we're going to use Reducto on that Loco here in a minute-o. But first, we're going to go ahead and blast open this red and black gate, I guess it is, that's kind of blocking our pathway here to this short little alleyway. That's where number 3 happens to be. We're going to use Reducto now to blast open that lock, and the 4th one's actually going to be up on the top left side of the garage roof here. So it's kind of a funny angle, so you might jump up on that flower like you saw us do and target it. And the last one's going to be over on the far left side. Now, you probably noticed that not only did we need a character with the repair ability, but we also needed one with the key as well as dark magic. So hopefully you paid attention to that as well, because I didn't really make a verbal note of that. Anyhow, we've used the key character to go ahead and open up the safe that was behind the dark magic wall or gate here, and we've went ahead and destroyed the 5th and final gnome. So we've got our character token, which happened to be Slughorn in his pajama jammy jams, which ironically we were already kind of using him. It's kind of weird how this game gives you the characters that you are going to unlock in the level, even though you haven't unlocked them yet. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. But all right, back to the alley where we busted it open with the dark magic. At the very end, you'll find a Spectre Spectacles deployment center, aka the old Quibbler dispenser. And inside there, we grab those, and we're going to go ahead and apparate, go back to the other side here. And we've actually used the Spectre Specs to find and build this little cement mixer here. Couldn't see it without the specs, so you got to make sure you got them 3D goggles on, man. And once you use Leviosa on the cement mixer, it drops this big old toolbox, and inside the toolbox there's some snippers. So snip, snipperoo, snip, snipperee. That's right. I won't bother singing that whole thing again. But anyhow, we have carved out some nice little guys here, and we've also got the blue house crest piece. So, oh yeah. Next up, red house crest. This one's a little bit trickier. Really, it's only because you need the repair character, and it actually takes a lot of patience. Watch what happens when I walk up. See how long this takes. I've actually sped this video up ever so slightly. Let's see here. Okay, there's 2 times he's done it. All right. 3. Let's count along here. 4. 5. 5th time's the charm, huh? All right. Look at that. Now we've got ourselves a sweet John Deere, but this one flies. It's like a combination of the DeLorean from Back to the Future as well as a nice John Deere that you might find out in your shed. I don't know about you. We've got one of these. But anyhow, this is kind of a tricky one. It comes down to a user error right here. Basically, you kind of hover a little bit longer than you would expect So I drive right over these blades of grass way more times than I should. And as it turns out, I was kind of confused at this point. I thought, okay, well, maybe this isn't the right grass. But it turns out it is, and look at that. We've gone ahead and slurped it up with our floating wheels there. And this one's a real funny angle. It's hard to see, even if you move the camera. It's really hard, so you just got to kind of time that one right. And hey, trust me, this is frustrating. I feel bad. You know, I actually make a little bit of a mistake later in the video. Otherwise, I would say this is totally the worst part of the video, but it's not. It's just patience. You just got to have patience. And like I said, there are 5 of these spots scattered throughout. And eventually we'll get them all, I promise. Look at this. This is talk about funny angle. I finally get the right angle there. And booyakasha. Let's see here. What's next? Last one is right here, right behind the right statue that we carved out earlier. And oh man, that's right. This one was a tough one. I had to come head on. And I think I have to come, I miss it this time. I come a little too far. So I make another roundabout here. Wait for it. Brum, brum, brum. Come on, Brian. Let's get this going. All right, turn around. All right, I come back. Oh, look at that. Sideways. Purbin, swerving all up on the curbin. Look at that. Oh, almost. Oh, there we go. We finally slurped it up. And booyakasha, we've got that red house crest piece. So before moving on and doing anything else, we want you to pull out a character with the digging ability. In our case, we pulled out Hermione and, of course, deployed Crookshanks, which actually revealed a bag of tricks pad. So we're going to go ahead and hop on that old pink base plate. And let's see what she's got. Well, what is it? Oh, it's the vase that we got to pay attention to. The vase is the place, and look at that. Booyakasha. We gave it a little zap, and it kicked down with a character token, which happens to be Milkman. That's weird. Not sure why. Anyway, I'm not sure what the Milkman relevance is here. I'm sure one of you will tell me, though, because you guys are awesome, and you always tell me those kinds of things down below. All right, you might have noticed I zapped that old lawnmower, which is going to go crazy and bust open the gate, allowing our other character to finally make his way through. But what we're really needing to do here is we need to find the old cauldron and the 3 pieces, the old slam dunk inside. Now, one of the pieces is actually being held by the bird, as you saw the old Tweety come down and get a little drinky. That's only because I have rearranged that bird bath for him, so you're welcome. Now, I thought you might be able to skip this, and you can probably if you have a character with the strength or strongman ability. Unfortunately, we don't have any juice right now, so we don't have a character with strong enough abilities there, so we have to actually complete this. So if you don't have a strong character, then no worries. That's what this cauldron's all about. Make sure you take both characters over to the far left side and lift either the wheelbarrow or make your way to the faucet and adjust that with Leviosa, and your character should adjust the other one. And look at that. We watered the flower bed, and we actually got ourselves a flower. So we've got a bone that was hanging out. We've also got the flower. Next up, we got to come over to the garage. And, of course, this is all possible because we allowed our second character to come in here. Now, you could have used the apparition point and kind of skip that lawnmower scene, but it's easy just to blast that lawnmower. And look at that. We've dunked the first piece. Now the second piece, we're going to switch over to Harry, who happens to have the last one. And last but not least, we're going to take a little sip of the syrup and that's right, we're going to go ahead and make our way back over and get our tug on. Giggity. And look at that, we've ripped it open and inside we go. Now keep in mind, this video is ever so slightly sped up, as I've already kind of mentioned, but we've also removed all of the cutscenes and load scenes. And once we arrive inside Slughorn's apartment, we're going to want to use a character with dark magic, and we can bust open the door on the left-hand side. That's right, bust it open on the left-hand side. Oh, and look at this. Rubber ducky, you're the one. I don't know why I'm in such a singing mood right now. I apologize. Maybe I'm going to blame it on one of my faithful viewers that's been conversing with me and kind of making fun of me, but also appreciating my singing. So you know who you are. I won't mention your name because I know you wouldn't like that, but yes, that's right. I'm talking about you. Anyhow, all right, we've knocked the suds into the water. The suds created some bubbles, and the bubbles, once busted into pieces, actually can be built into, I'm not sure what that was, but we flushed it, and now we've got Dumbledore cursed. Sweet deal. Now, down on the bottom here, actually on the far right side, there is this weird tank. I'm not sure if that's like a shower or what. We're going to go ahead and fill it all the way up with Aquamenti, and look at that, it pukes out the green house crest. So one house crest left, And I gotta be honest, there is quite a bit of story bits here. There's really not a collectible for another minute and a half or 2 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and encourage you to use the old quick links down below. And look at that, right on time, it pops up. And yeah, so if you're looking for that student in peril, go ahead and click that link. And the only other one that's left, of course, is the yellow house crest. So, meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and mix some things up. I'm going to fix this table up. I'm going to clean up the side over on the right. That's right, pick up the broom and sweep it up. That's right. And, all right, we got some, I'm using dark magic, but really it's just Leviosa. So, yeah, kind of just a wrong character. But, yeah, you can see once we fix up everything over here, I guess that's a fireplace, including the lamp. It's actually going to give us the second piece. And the third one's going to be found by lifting up the chandelier here. And look at that, woohoo! We can go ahead and go. Now we're in Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Is that right? I don't think that's right. And okay, so earlier I mentioned that I was struggling with the lawn mowing session. That's right. As a kid, I hated mowing the lawn. Guess what? I'm an adult. It hasn't changed. And as it turns out, see, I need to actually zap those 3 plates so that I can make my way up the stairs, but I kind of forgot that that's what I needed to do, so I kind of wander around and do everything else on this bottom floor, including get lost and waste some time. And eventually I figured out. I promise I do, but it's not for a minute or two. And look at that, it's kind of cool. You pop through one yellow tent, pop out the other. That was nice, a little bit of studdage popping out as well. And I even go as far as to pull out the old Spectre Specs or 3D goggles, and I make my way down and around back to where I know there's a pile of bouncing bricks, but it just doesn't do what we need. In fact, I'm not exactly sure what that even does, except for it just kind of spins out a bunch of studs, and maybe that's the whole point of it. Not exactly sure, but it's coming up. Ready? I went around, and I actually find that there's a back door all the way around the stairs here in a second. Oh, that's right, and there's these silver cages up here. I was like, oh, this has got to be it. This has got to be it. No. And isn't that, what's his name? He's bouncing around. I can't remember his name. But yeah, look at that. He's got a buddy. And, ooh, it's a race, it looks like. It looks like they were lining up and taking off. I don't know who's going to win that, but I guess we won't get to find out. Because we're actually going to switch and go up the stairs. Ready? I'm zapping anything and everything in my way. And watch this. Wait for it. Wait for it. I finally accidentally get one right here. Oh, look at that. I'm like, yes. Yes, that's right. This is what it is. And then I can't get the third one. I'm like, oh. After all this trouble and ridiculousness, I'm seriously not going to be able to get that one. I think I jump up on the ledge here. Maybe I even fall over. I can't remember. But come on, get your Zapparoo on and let's go. We got things to do here. We got a student in peril to get taken care of here. We got to turn that frown upside down, man. All right, he is out of the way. Thank you very much. And look at that. We kind of got caught up in that weird rolling up of the stairs there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen or not. And we're going to come back to that mouth inside the clown's mouth in just a second. We actually need to switch to a character with dark magic now that we are up the stairs, because this is where all the magic happens. And, all right, we're going to slam that rocket down on the ground. And, of course, there's a Weasley box right beyond it. We're going to go ahead and open it up with the Weasley of your choice. And it gives us some suction cup shoes. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know these were a hot item. But, okay, remember I mentioned we were going to go back to that bullseye inside the clown's mouth? Go ahead and use your buddy to go ahead and lift it open. And guess what? Once you bust it open, it allows you to go through that tent, as you saw me do. And oh, yeah, you don't want to do this yet. I was almost going to complete this. And although it doesn't take you to the end, it's not like it takes you to the final cutscene. I wanted to save it, so I tried to get it out of the way. And we use the suction cup shoes to get up onto the 3rd floor, which is impossible to get to otherwise. And look at that. Them bones, them dancing bones. Just a few extra studs. But right next to them, there is an apparition point. So we go ahead and apparate over. And look at this. Oh, we get to play Houdini for a second. That's right. Oh, no, that's no good. But we go ahead and saw him in half and then put him back together. And look at that. He's going to turn that frown upside down. Oh, the wonderful world of magic. That's right. I wouldn't try that at home, boys and girls. I certainly would not try that at home. And, all right, before making your way out of here, make it all the way down to the front left side, and you might notice this wall's got a little bit of extra red on it. So we're going to go ahead and zap it with Defendo, and then carve it out like this-o. And check it out. Oh, we got some bricks. And what is it? I'm not even sure what this ends up being, but we're going to go ahead and hop on it and take it for a spin. And we're going to hop all the way down to the yellow house crest, which happens to be the final one. Woo to the who. So look at that. It was perfect timing, too, with my celebratory singing, dancing, I don't know, float. I guess that's what I was doing. That's right. Get out of here, Bones. We got no use for you. We're gonna go ahead and drop down below, and of course, last but not least, we on the second floor here, you need to take this rocket and attach it all the way to this little device on the end. It blasts off, knocks this. I guess it's some sort of a cap or a top to what happens to be. It looks like one of those machines you put a quarter in, and like the claw machine kind of a thing without a claw. But I guess it's like, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm sure that's another thing you guys can help me out. What the heck is that? Regardless of what it is, it blasts right through the door, opens it up for us, and that's actually our exit out of the level. So pat yourself on the back. You have officially completed yet another one. And look at that. We get all 4 of the house crests. We're going to prove it to you right now. We're also going to collect that gold brick. And what's up next? Oh, we got 3 character tokens. That's right. We got Slughorn in his pajama jamma jams. And we also got Milkman. I'm still a little suspect there. I don't know what's up with that. And Dumbledore, cursed. Of course, we got that True Wizard. No problem. Thanks to our red brick stud multipliers that we got in our preparing for free play video. And look at that. We are stacking up them chips. We got over 4.5 million studs. And those are going to come in handy because we got lots of characters to purchase. And, of course, some more red bricks that come along the way. And, hey, buddy, turn that frown upside down because you are no longer in peril. We're going to get a gold brick for saving him. And, of course, adding up all 3 of them, including 1 for getting that True Wizard requirement as well. And, oh, look at that. Return to Diagon Alley. No, thanks. We're going to go ahead and check out because that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Harry Potter Years 5 through 7, Level 7, Out of Retirement Free Play. And yes, we got all those collectibles. In fact, we just proved it to you. So I don't know why I always say that at the end because we talk about it, we talk about it, we talk about it, but we already talked about it. So no sense in talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, yes, if you guys have any questions or comments, look down in the video description. You'll see all sorts of links, including some to our social media pages. We highly recommend the most busy ones that we frequent, which happen to be Facebook, Twitter, or simply leaving a comment down below right here on the old YouTubes. We also have HappyThumbsGaming.com, which is available for your viewing pleasure. We have trophy achievement guides. We also have product and gaming reviews. So if there's something you'd like to see there, or maybe you'd like to be a part of that and help contribute in some sort of way, get a hold of us. Let us know. As for me, I am going to try to bust out a few more of these quickly, but I won't hold my breath if I was you, because, you know, life comes first, but we're going to try to get these out in a burst. I'll try to finish that with a rhyme, you know what I'm saying? But that's about that time. All right, as for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time. Bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks. Fire up.